Good evening. You honestly think humanity gets better with time? How quaint. That blind faith in progress is the only thing that actually seems to evolve. For your weekly re-education, I've prepared a little program that should shatter whatever lingering illusions you have about the intelligence of our species. In this rigorous analysis of widespread idiocy, you'll discover how a simple parasite can hijack your decisions, turning your free will into a mere suggestion. You'll then explore the very pinnacle of human creativity with a method of torture so perverse, it seems like it was patented in hell. We'll also see why your vegan salad is a marketing scam, how the elites of old turned corpses into fashion accessories, and why the 19th century beauty tutorial was a death sentence in disguise. To finish, you'll understand why family reunions with the dead aren't as strange as they sound, and how your favorite childhood toy was specifically designed to maim you. Your re-education begins now. This is the Whoa the Fact Weekly Report. Whoa the Fact. Let's start with a simple truth. Your free will is a joke. The proof is so small, you can't even see it. So, still feel like the master of your own destiny? Or just the meat puppet for an organism that thinks you're playing it a little too safe? Think you're in charge of your own decisions? Spoiler, your cat's got more control than you do. The parasite Toxoplasma gondii loves messing with brains. With mice, it's simple. They forget their fear of cats. Result, mouse snack for the cat. Mission accomplished for the parasite. Humans aren't off the hook. It's subtler, but still there. More impulsive, bolder, a little off emotionally. Yep, that tiny spark that makes you text your ex at 3 a.m. while questioning all your life choices. Dopamine, emotional control. Toxoplasma throws its tiny party in there. Some scientists even found links to psychiatric issues. Correlation isn't causation, but still kinda terrifying. Yaroslav Fleger says infected men get rebellious, women get perfectionist. Everyone gets their own parasite personality. So tell me, doesn't it feel comforting to know a microscopic parasite can decide you're brave enough to get crushed by life? And next time you do something boneheaded, just thank nature. Speaking of creativity, let's see what the human mind can dream up when it's not concerned with your well-being. Quite the opposite, in fact. It takes a special kind of twisted genius to turn an animal into an instrument of torture. Humanity truly is the only species actively trying to patent suffering. You think you're so clever with your little ideas? That's cute. But let me tell you what human ingenuity is really capable of when it gets bored. It's called rat torture. The concept is diabolically simple. They put a metal bucket on your gut, and inside, a little surprise guest, a rat. The rodent is calm at first, but that's where things get creative. They start heating the bucket, real hot. The rat, who's just minding its own business, starts to panic. It looks for an escape route, any escape route, and the only one available, the only spot that's even a little bit cooler, is your stomach. So it has no choice, it has to dig its way out, through you. It's like trying to get your Roomba to clean up a wine stain by setting the whole apartment on fire to guide it. A radical solution to a problem you created yourself. Seriously, who woke up one morning and thought, now this is a great look for animal welfare? After that display of sadism, let's get back to more modern, subtle deceptions, the kind hiding in your lunch. So you're careful about what you eat. You read the labels. You hunt down gluten. It's sweet. Meanwhile, you're getting duped by the dumbest thing imaginable. Glue. Yes, the adhesive on food packaging. That little clear plastic film on your sandwich or salad, you know, the one you rip off without a second thought? Well, the adhesive holding it shut can contain animal proteins. Yup, you thought you were eating a vegan wrap, but you just discreetly licked carcass residue. It's kind of like finding out the free Wi-Fi at your favorite coffee shop is powered by a hamster running on a wheel. Technically, it works, but the mental image is just deeply disturbing. Explain to me how we can send rovers to Mars but still can't invent a glue that doesn't have a beastly aftertaste. Congratulations, you dodged the sugar and saturated fats. But you failed the simplest test. Not eating glue made from dead animals. The devil's in the details, and apparently he's also in your sandwich. Find that disturbing? That's just because you lack historical perspective. Back in the day, people didn't hide their morbid tendencies. They flaunted them. You and your trendy little piece of jewelry. Pathetic. Let me show you what real bling was in the Middle Ages. Forget gold and diamonds. The height of fashion, the absolute must-have to show you were somebody, was wearing pieces of saint corpses around your neck. Not fakes either, the real deal. A little finger here, a tooth there, sometimes even a skull fragment, all tucked away in a nice little pendant called a reliquary. You'd literally walk around with a piece of a skeleton on your chest, and everyone thought it was super classy. It's the medieval equivalent of wearing your favorite influencer's portable charger around your neck, hoping you'll absorb some of their aura through osmosis. Honestly, what's creepier, wearing a piece of bone or being proud of it? Turns out vanity hasn't changed a bit. Whether you're wearing a luxury logo or a saint's finger, the goal is the same. Prove to everyone else you're superior, even if it means wearing a piece of a corpse. And this obsession with appearances could go much, much further. Forget bones, let's talk heavy metals. You complain because your moisturizer costs a fortune? Wait till you hear about the beauty routine of the 19th century elite. The ultimate goal was to have a porcelain complexion, pallid, almost sickly. And to get it, no foundation. No, that was for amateurs. The method? Washing your face with a little homemade cocktail of vinegar and lead. Yes, lead, the heavy metal. The result was spectacular. Your skin turned white for sure, and your facial muscles became, let's say, very relaxed. Permanently relaxed, to the point of causing facial paralysis. It's like trying to charge your phone by putting it in the microwave. Sure, you saw a video that said it worked, but the final result mainly involves smoke and a whole lot of regret. When you see stuff like this, you have to wonder if humanity has really evolved since we stopped slathering ourselves with poison just to look pale. Sacrificing your health for an ideal of beauty. It's fascinating how 2 centuries later, the principle is exactly the same, only the products have changed. Progress is just better side effect management. But those choices, as stupid as they are still individual ones. Now let's see what an entire society can come up with when it decides death is just an option. You think your family reunions are awkward? Just you wait. On the island of Sulawesi in Indonesia, parting with the dead isn't exactly final. Over there, there's an annual ritual called manene. The concept is simple. They dig up their mummified ancestors, they clean them up, put them in fresh clothes, give them sunglasses, a cigarette for the cool ones, and then they walk them around the village. It's a celebration. They take family photos with corpses propped upright. It's kind of like if, instead of just looking at your old social media profile pics, you dug up your old smartphones to install the latest update and buy them a new case. So what's weirder, dressing up an ancestor or leaving a will to manage your post-mortem Instagram account? They walk their dead, we manage their social media profiles. Deep down, we're all just looking for a way to deny the inevitable. The only difference is the amount of physical effort required. And to wrap up this grand tour of widespread incompetence, let's return to an era you think of as innocent, your own childhood. The nostalgia of childhood toys. Those sweet days when everything was trying to take your eye out. Take Sky Dancers, for example. Those little plastic fairies you'd stick on a launcher, you'd pull the cord and whoosh. Hashtag meta, they go spinning up into the air. Magical. Except the toy had zero controlled aerodynamics. Its trajectory was about as predictable as a politician on the campaign trail. It would fly off in any random direction, usually at full speed, straight into the face of the nearest kid. The result? Dozens of injuries, broken teeth, scratched corneas, and stitches. The toy was recalled, Obviously. It was basically a low-budget combat drone disguised as a princess, designed by someone who must have thought quality control was the name of a rock band. At what point did the engineers decide that a hard plastic projectile spinning at high velocity was a good thing to give to a 5-year-old? And that perfectly sums up human intelligence. Create an unpredictable projectile, market it as the dream toy, and then just wait for the lawsuits to pile up. Your nostalgia is built on a foundation of accident reports and adult incompetence. Thank you for your attention. If this dose of reality wasn't enough for you, subscribing isn't a suggestion, it's a requirement. Your opinion, assuming it's even relevant, can be left in the comment section below. Now, go back to your lives and try to forget that everything around you is probably a very, very bad idea.
Whoa, the fact.